Hey YouTube, how's it going? Jacob from the Mach 5 Network here, doing one of our very first produced shows here on YouTube, aside from some of the mashup stuff that we've done. We're going to be doing a little Let's Play here of Bound by Flame, which just came out today on 360, PC, PS3, and PS4. We're playing the PS4 version here, and I just booted the game up. I have not played this yet, and we're going to walk through and see everything that's going on here. So we've got a picture of a skull and a little bit of dragon logo, and press X to start. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Of course, we got to set up our brightness settings. I'm one of those weird people that likes to set up everything and make sure that it's actually super high gamma, just because I can't stand looking at absolutely nothing darkness. So there's one of the things I do. All right, let's just go ahead and jump into a new game here. I'm gonna play, let's see her name, Vulcan. Sure, I like Vulcan. Female, definitely gritty looking, but I never play a female in any of these types of games. I know a lot of guys do it, but I always think it's really strange when a guy plays as a female character. Maybe it's because I try to transport myself into the character so much. Yeah, so it's just one of those things that even in like Warcraft and stuff, I never liked playing female characters. It just seems odd. Now, I can't grow facial hair in real life, and I like that dude's facial hair. Got kind of an Asian looking thing. That looks closer to what I look like in real life. That dude, another dude with a goatee, a little more Nordic look. Torn between one and two. See what the other hair options are. Crazy hair, kind of a top knot looking thing, another ponytail, crazy dreads. That looks like my hair. And then we're back to option one here again. Not a lot of customization options here. Now, a lot of people, that's a make or break in a lot of different games. For me, I don't really care one way or the other. I'm pretty happy with how things go in different games. So, let's see here. I dig that look. I think that's the way the game probably was intended to be made. That's the character. It looks the best, so I'm just going to stick with that. So here we go, starting our adventure. Recruit, Hawk, Buffalo. I don't know anything about the lore in this game, but it's a really interesting difficulty thing. Recruit, Hawk, Buffalo, and Captain. We're going to stick with Hawk. I'm a noob. I typically play things on Recruit, but I've been trying to make a push as of late to play things on at least normal difficulty. So here we go. I'll just stick with Hawk. We'll see how the loading times in this work. Pretty good.
I forget the strange series of events that led to my meeting young Vulcan. The peoples of the world had been fearfully whispering about the Ice Lords for the past 10 years, though of course, they had been present long before then. The Deadwalker army, an endless horde of undead creatures under the Ice Lord's command, swept down from the mountains in the north, annihilating all resistance on the continent. Each battle only served to swell their ranks with the defeated dead, and the bloodless world seemed ready to sink into an endless ice age, where there would be no place for the living. There were a few who still tried to stand against the invaders. The elves, who had hitherto remained neutral, and the red scribes, a small group of scholars who believed their knowledge might be able to tip the scales. The scribes had recently engaged the services of a group of mercenaries known as the Freeborn Blades, a renowned company who would become even more so after these events. The Blades were to protect them while they performed a ritual which was intended to change the course of the war.
So it looks like we got a really cool kind of story set up. I mean, this is a $49 PS4 game and a $39 at-release PS3, PC, and I believe Xbox 360 game. But so far, it looks kind of cool. It looks like it's capturing a little bit of that grit from Game of Thrones, with a little bit more of the mysticism from things like Lord of the Rings. It feels a little bit like Dragon Age, just early on. Looks like we got another cutscene right here. Or at least a musical montage. There's my character in cutscene. Dig it.
Great scouts. You can smell them from 50 yards away.
Ooh.
So here we are.
Looked like the voice, the lip syncing on the voice is pretty
I
bad.
joined the Freeborn Blades to stack pots and their trains.
Oh no, that's his inner monologue. That's not the actual lip syncing. So, could be wrong. May have dodged a bullet there.
But he knows that. He knows his men.
Looks like it's running silky smooth, 60 frames per second. Something that I could not say about The Amazing Spider-Man 2. He's very chuggish for a port. Whereas things like Tomb Raider did this very well. I noticed a little bit of chugging here, but overall it looks like it's running very smoothly, so I'm very happy with the way it looks right now.
Till the end. Well, looks like the end just showed up. The Ice Lords have really done it this time. All of Vertiel is on the brink. Nothing will stop the Deadwalkers. Soon there won't be a town left to fall back to, or even a tavern where you can spend your pay. There's no one left to turn back this filthy, stinking tide, if it were even possible. Let's hope our beloved employers can deliver on their promises. If their big ritual thing doesn't pan out, we're all gonna be left standing here with our asses hanging out.
So it looks like we got a guy at kind of the end of his wits, the edge of the world with something kind of coming to an end.
Playing Sorcerer's Apprentice against 7 immortal mages. Sounds great. Anyhow, you have to fight fire with fire, so they say. Damn, they're here already. I better warn the others fast.
Looks like it's going to jump me right into the action here, which I'm very happy about. Here I am running. I tell you what, some of the graphics here don't look great, but I'm digging the art style. I mean, I knew nothing about this game when I went and purchased it, so I don't have any major high expectations for it. But what I've seen from the small bit of previews that I've had, I've really liked what I've seen thus far. So it looks like I've got crafting ingredients here I just picked up. You have to bear with me. I'm one of those people that likes to explore every nook and cranny. I always feel like I'm missing out on something if I don't. Into the grass here. So, I mean, you feel a little floaty running around if that's a problem for some people. For me, it doesn't matter. As long as the core combat and fighting feels good. So you jump, kick. So it looks like we got light attack with square, heavy attack with triangle,
Hey,
jump,
enjoy your
and I jumped into a cutscene.
get over here and tell me about it.
Alright, so here's our menu. Oh, so we got side quests and quests. I like that. Like how they're different. They keep us on track. Skeleton. Got our fights. A little info about characters here. I do like that it didn't spend... This is a problem that a lot of RPGs have very early on in their lifespan. Is they will go out and they will spend hours upon hours just spouting exposition and control schemes. This... so far seemed to just kind of respect my ability as a player and just throw me right into it. So I like that so far. Looks like we got skill trees here for different classes. Feats. Those must be... Oh, they're kind of like achievements, but then they give you little bonuses too. That's cool. So it gives you a little reason to do these achievements. All right, character stats, diary, maps, equipment. Looks like your equipment has stats, which I really dig. Dual weapons, crossbows? Awesome! Not enough games have crossbows. Something for your torso, gloves, helmet, weapons. I dig it. I know I haven't killed a single monster yet, but thus far, for a low-budget, small release game, digging it. Really like it thus far.
I'm guessing it wasn't just a quiet stroll. So, What did you see?
The Deadwalkers are already close. I got one of their scouts.
Gods damn it, Vulcan. I've told you 100 times. Recon means observing and reporting, not charging in and fighting without thinking.
I didn't want him to alert all of the others before we were ready for them.
But what if they'd have killed you? Then you wouldn't have been able to alert us before they were ready to attack us. Think for a second. God's blood. We have to get ready for them. Now that you've finally got your ass back over here, you can prepare some traps. Get Peeler to help you place them around the temple. That'll give us some time, and we'll hear them coming.
Gotta love the
Yes, sir,
tropey captain who's
And
just
if you
a
have
total
questions,
hard ass
you know
all the
where to find
time.
me.
Alright, so it looks like I can actually talk to him. Oh, we have a dialogue
Anything else I
system
can
here.
do? Apart-
You could go and search the... or you could go and...
And it...
There's something creepy about our employers.
I shouldn't have to remind you of the Freeborn Blades Code. You don't ask questions about a paying customer. And of course they're strange. It doesn't take a genius to figure out they're more than just wise men seeking knowledge.
Interesting.
I guess that this is the
Ah,
only
crap.
place they can do it. Or maybe they just don't want to die without company. The whole thing stinks of mass suicide to me.
Ah, give it a rest, lad. Damn. I probably should have got them to pay in advance.
I'll go, Captain.
Alright, so we have dialogue systems here. We can actually talk to people. Alright, so we can use the direction, or the little touchpad here. The map, you can use that in the game menu. Alright. Bear with me here, this is my first ever Let's Play video, so I'm trying to figure out the best way to do filler dialogue to make things interesting. I've watched my fair share of things, but, you know, I'm still kind of working out my own feel on how to do these videos, so if you have any suggestions for me on what you'd like to hear me talk about, some of the things you'd like to hear, if you'd like me to shut up at points, just let me know, and I will do the best I can to make these, and the plan is to make these Let's Play videos the most fun for both me and you to listen to. Most importantly, for you to listen to, because you know doing these is fun, but I want you guys to all enjoy them. Most importantly, so we've got Peeler, and there's our Buffalo. I wonder if that has anything to do with that difficulty level. We have the Captain over here, and we have Buffalo. So maybe that's the reference for the difficulty settings from earlier in the game. Let's see here. Sorry, bear with me. Force of habit. I see shiny things. I gotta pick them up. Constantly over encumbered in every RPG type game that we can play. Let's speak to Buffalo here.
Everything okay, Buffalo?
Yeah, I wish those goddamn mobile corpses would just attack. I hate all this hanging around.
See you
Alright,
later.
I'm not gonna go through all this right now. Let's get to some action, then I'm going to stop this Let's Play video, and then I'm going to do an episode 2 of our Let's Play of Bound by Flame here. But in this video, I want to show you some of the combat, so hopefully we can get to that here pretty quickly. Thus far, though, I'm very entertained by the world. It seems like they did a very good job building a world around all of this. It seems like there's plenty of voice-acted dialogue. Now, it's not top-notch voice acting, but I've never felt like aspects of Skyrim have been either, because you hear the same voice actor over and over again. But, again, it's a low budget, no one expected this game to be good type of game, and thus far, honestly, I gotta say, like, it reminds me a lot of Kingdoms of Amalur, but it feels much better than Kingdoms of Amalur at points as well. So I think Focus Interactive and Spiders has done a really good job of creating a world and kind of making a game that, at this point, I know I haven't fought anything, but it feels very, very functional. So I really like that aspect of everything that I've seen thus far in this game. So we kind of got this cool temple here. What's that? Search. Got more leather. So it looks like there's even a crafting system in this game, which is really, really interesting and really cool, because you don't see crafting games in a lot of individual RPGs beyond Skyrim. If I recall correctly, there wasn't even a crafting system in Dragon Age, which Alright, looks like the video clip cut me off, and I'm re-recording. I'm starting recording again. Have to get used to that 15-minute limit here with the PS4 recording functions. Gotta find where I'm going here. What in the shenanigans is going on? Don't piss them with me for saying shenanigans. So I guess while I'm trying to find this place here, I can let everyone know. If you don't know of us from our podcast and other things, a good friend of mine, Jason, and I came from a World of Warcraft podcast, and we did 86 episodes of that. It was called WoW Files, and now we're working on this whole new venture called Mach 5 Network, where we do movie review podcasts called The Picture Show, and we have the Mach 5 podcast as well, which is a geek news and culture podcast. And one of the other things that we're going to start up here is a daily geek news show here on the channel as well, in addition to these Let's Plays and some other types of videos as well. So stick around, lots of cool content coming. Alright, looks like I'm going to need to check out the map here. Do my due diligence. Alright, here we go. Bag, equipment. Looks like I picked up something. Got a cleaver. Alright, so I equipped a cleaver here. Like an upgrade. Spare daggers. Biting. Cool. Oh, I had a crossbow. I can equip one. That's pretty snazzy. Alright, let's get on with this. Get the thing here, so. I'm supposed to be able to use my touchpad to navigate this map, but it looks like I'm far enough along, so let's check our quest log here. Oop. Diary. That's what we want. We want quests. Alright, so let's see here. Looks like it's not giving me markers for those quests. Maybe I actually have to read them. Oh, the joys of having to read quests. Alright, meet with the captain, craft 10 explosive traps. So it wants me to do some crafting first. Let's see how that goes. Looks like I gotta run back to... if there's a way to sheathe my weapon. Alright, that's clearly a blocking stance. There's no jump in this game, and that's one of those things that really kind of annoys me in some games, the fact that you can't actually jump in certain games. Looks like we're down here on the first floor. I tell you what, not a good job on the map thus far, because I'm not really sure where the heck I'm going. Unfortunately. Might have to cut this out, so you guys don't have to watch me running around incessantly in a circle, left and right. I'm gonna go back out front and see how things go.
Hey, Falcon! Looking for stuff to loot, eh?
Am I supposed to be looking for things to loot? I probably should have done a better job listening to the quest text. It's a little bit distracting doing both a Let's Play video and all of this stuff simultaneously. Alright, let's go back down here. I feel like I ran in a big circle, but we'll see. Now this is the way out of the temple. So there's got to...
Catalyst is in place. Everything seems to be going as we planned.
Shiny table here. Break it open, get some gold. So we gotta go craft some 12 explosive traps before we can fight anything. Speak to Peeler.
Let him come. I'm ready for the...
That dude had an annoying voice. Did not want to listen to him. Didn't want to do it. Let's see here.
Dead
There's a
class.
fire?
That sounds badass. How come none of those Ice Lords never thought?
I wonder if the crafting is just inside of your own menu here. Let's try it. Try this. Usable items, exploding traps. Craft. Should have done this all along. Come on, people. Alright, I crafted 10 explosive traps. That's what I needed to do, right?
I'll give all these to Pete.
Quest
He'll
achieved.
figure it out.
Alright, so now, nice little dialogue there to let me know what to do without having to pop it up on
You
screen.
wanted something more exciting than peeling potatoes. Well, here you go. These are a few treats to welcome our buddies, the Deadwalkers. Booby trap all the access points, and try not to blow yourself up.
Don't sweat it. I can handle it.
I'm not kidding. If you lose an arm, it's gonna be my ass that gets blamed.
Alright, so there he goes. Looks like I'm supposed to go back over here. Alright, so there's my sprint button. Wow, he moves fast. Alright, so what am I supposed to do now? Game doesn't really do a good job all the time. I know I just said that it did, but it doesn't always do a great job telling you exactly what to do. Alright, so it wants me to lay down a trap. Put one there. There's my little circle. Circle is kind of faint. Put one there. And two more. I'm getting the hang of it. I'm getting this thing. Feeling the flow, working it, you know. Whatever Jason likes to say all the time. There we go. So I planted my traps. Looks like Peeler went off and planted the other traps. And it looks like here comes the combat. Fight time, baby. Here we go. Please don't just...
The hobblers are coming! Now!
The enemies look cool. That's for
Drive
certain.
them back! We must hold the Esplanade!
Boom. Boom. Alright, so it looks like this is going to be like Dark Souls. Like, I need to actually parry. Ooh. Alright. Boom. I love that there is a kick in this game. Alright. Take that. I guess I can do a charged area attack. Oop. The combat's a little slow and
Here
methodical.
come more of them.
It doesn't feel super nuanced as of yet, but I mean, I know this is just trying to get me to really learn the ins and outs of the game, which I kind of dig. So now we got a ranged guy here. Alright, ranged attack. Use the crossbow. It can be used by pressing L1 in the tactical menu. Alright, so let's do the tactical menu here. One, looks like it's our square button. Bind to L2 and square. Let's do that. Ooh, does a lot of damage. Looks like you do have a set of arrows. And it is super powerful. I don't know if that was by design there, like these enemies are weaker as a result, but holy cow. So, lock a target, R3, okay, we can lock target, so let's lock that target. Yeah, it looks like those guys are much weaker than the standard melee enemies. Let's get right there. Hey, do a better job locking on. Here we go. Boom. Finish that wave. Wonder if we have a magic spell to cast now. Holy crap. That's big and ugly. That ain't no White Walker, people. That is a giant death golem. Holy crap. Super cool looking. super, super cool looking. Wow. Huh. I'm digging this game thus far. I mean, I know it took me a little while to figure out how to get things working around and whatnot, but the combat feels pretty good. It's not the best, it's not the super best, but it feels as good as Amalur with a little bit of Dark Souls mixed in there, and I'm liking it thus far. The vibe is cool. The voice acting, while not the top notch, there's a lot of it. You could tell a lot of love went into this game. And it's not something that you can say about a lot of different games. Is a lot of people won't take the time to really respect the source material in the games, and this is one of those surprise games I can say for the summer. I mean, I know I'm probably being a little bit hyperbolish this early on for a game that I haven't really played that much of, but first impressions are very, very good for a game that only cost me $40 at release.
You go see how Buffalo is getting along with the scribes. He's meant to be guarding their invoking chamber.
But Captain...
Get out of here! And go find Pila for me while you're gone. I'll give you, but Captain. Right. Are you coming or what?
Captain's being a super tough guy. Alright, well I think that's where I'm going to end this first Let's Play video. I hope everyone's enjoyed watching it thus far. I'm going to do another Let's Play video here this weekend to continue on this adventure from where we are right now. Hopefully we'll get to explore some of the magical abilities and some of the other cool stuff here, but I'm going to end this right now. If you haven't subscribed to our podcast, do so on iTunes and Stitcher Radio. It's Mach 5 under Mach 5 Network. We also do a movie review podcast called The Picture Show. Subscribe to that. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Flipboard, all different places under Mach 5 Network. Come give us a like, a subscribe, and leave us some comments. We'd love to hear from you. So, for Jacob and the Mach 5 Network, this is me signing off for this first Let's Play video for the Mach 5 Network. See you guys later. Peace out.
This has been a Mach 5 Network production. Be sure to subscribe to our shows on iTunes and Stitcher Radio. You can also like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Mach 5 Network. Follow us on Twitter at Mach 5 Network and email us at mach5network@gmail.com.